How are we doing, Tigers fans? We got a huge episode today. We are hearing from Jarome Luai, young gun Heath Mason, Samuela Fainu, and Tony Sukkar on how they're feeling about this coming game against Manly Sea Eagles. So make sure you stick around to hear their thoughts and my thoughts, and more importantly, I want to hear your thoughts. How are you feeling going up against the Manly Sea Eagles this coming week? I am feeling really good. I think we have the win if we accept a few things, and if we do a few things that we haven't been doing the last few weeks, which we'll get into later on in this video. We've got some crazy stats to go over about offloads, but also just all positivity, man. You know how it is on this channel. We need to back our boys. And so without further ado, my name is Geordie. I'm your host of NRL Deep Dive, and it would mean the world to me wherever you're listening, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you like, subscribe, leave a review, but more importantly, comment your thoughts. How are you feeling going up against the Manly Sea Eagles, and who do you believe is going to score the first try? My money is honestly on Latu Fainu. I think he's going to put up a sweet dummy as he's running cross field, and we're going to see something awesome. But let's get into it. No time to waste. The first person that we are hearing from is our skipper, Jarome Luai. So let's see what he has to say in the NRL presser this week.
How important is this round to you and the players?
Yeah, it's really important. I think we sort of got a bit of an ambassador ourselves for this round in Clarkey. You know, he's a great dude. He's been fighting hard, and he's sort of what our club's about, you know what I mean? So we love having him around, seeing him around. He brings good energy to our club and to our team.
On the field, it's been a tough couple of months, or 5 weeks, I guess. As a senior player, how do you ensure the spirits are kept high during a tough run of losses?
Spirits are always high, I think, around the club and around the joint. We've got some really experienced guys here that have been up and down through different kind of seasons as well. So we're keeping the energy high, we're keeping the belief high, connections high as well. So just trusting who we are and where we're going as a team, and hopefully the results will show this week.
Absolutely. Trusting who we are and where we're going as a team. That is going to be our key, West Tigers fans. The media is definitely trying to put a spin on how we're feeling this past few weeks. We're coming off a 5-loss streak, which definitely sucks, but at the end of the day, we are resilient. We know how to soldier on, and we know how to fight. We earn our wins. Things are not given to us. We overcome adversity, but at the end of the day, we are building a team that people want to be part of. And I'm telling you right now, Latu Fainu and Jarome Luai are the future combo for this club. We're talking the halves. We're talking the face of the West Tigers. These guys are the guys that are going to be fighting tooth and nail to make sure that our message is heard, our voice is heard. But let's keep listening to what he has to say.
Last 3 losses have been only about 4 points. Is that frustrating or encouraging?
It's definitely not frustrating. Just with how we're fighting to the death. Just shows and speaks volumes about our team and like I said, where we're going as a club. But I think we just got to back what we're doing here, away from the cameras, away from the spotlight, and it'll show on game day.
Away from the cameras, away from the spotlight. That is what West Tigers are known for. We don't want all of the media attention. We don't want to be on the crazy headlines. All we want is to play good footy and to, put our families first, right? And so with that, we have always known the West Tigers to be a club of loyalty, to be a club of humility, and that's why I love and, follow this team day in and day out. And Jarome Luai is the perfect example of that. He knows how to come out and play good footy, but right after the game, right before the game, he knows how to be a father. He knows how to be a great husband, and more importantly, he knows how to be a West Tiger. And to me, that is so exciting as a supporter to know that we have guys like this in the club ready to make a difference, not only for the team, but for the next generation, because these guys are more than just footy players. These guys are culture setters, world changers, and we need them on our team more than ever. Let's keep going into what he's saying. Now we're going to start getting into Latu Fainu and, Jarome Luai's half pairing, and they're going to start asking questions like that, which I found super interesting.
This week, Latu's impressed when he's had his chance playing in the middle, gets a chance now in the halves. What excites you the most about playing alongside him?
Yeah, just the potential he has, I think. You've seen glimpses, you've seen little bits here and there, but he hasn't played 80 minutes yet, which is what I'm excited about, and how he can impact the game for the full 80. He's played 40 here and there, but I think he's also excited to take the field in that starting 7. I've got full belief in him and what he can do and what he can bring to our team. And I think I'm just excited because he's keen. He's keen to get out there, strut his stuff and just be him and do what he does.
Benji.
Sorry, guys.
How much work have you actually done with him, and knowing that Benji sees him as a long-term option? How excited are you that, okay, you can now start putting it together? I know who this guy's going to be alongside me.
Like the combination itself?
Yeah.
To be honest, like we haven't had much training and reps together. So the fact that we're able to get out there and put some tries together, put some points on the field without having the reps in the bank is really exciting for me because, you know, we have a bit of work in our foundation together as a combination, and we'll be able to go really well. But I think we've gotten some results there already with him just scratching the surface. So really keen to build on that and for the future as well.
That just pumps me up. Hearing that from Jarome Luai, the man himself, saying, I am so excited that Latu Fainu is in at number 7. He has not seen him play a full 80, but he is so ready and to strut his stuff. I am so pumped for that. And I really, like I said, genuinely believe this is the future of the club's halves. These are who we're looking at, like in terms of, these are going to be that franchise half that you see. It's kind of like in America here, that quarterback, right? There's always those guys that you know and, you know, are always heard of. It was Benji Marshall, you know what I'm saying? It was Robbie Farah's, that pair in there. These are going to be that next pairing, and the greatest thing is they're coming out of the West Tigers, and Latu Fainu knows how to play footy. He knows how to direct his team, but more importantly, he knows how to tackle and he knows how to run that ball. And so I'm super excited to see how he controls his edge, whether it's left or right, because, you know, historically this season we have not been doing great at that, especially with our old 5'8". So I'm really excited to see how that all plays out. And yeah, I genuinely believe Latu is up for the challenge. And like he said, they haven't even trained much together. They've only really played one game together, and only like 40 minutes here and there, 20 minutes here and there. Like things haven't even clicked yet, and they're already happening, like to put points up on the board to get the team like pumped up and to make a comeback in that second half against our last game. And so that is, to me, is something that we should be proud of in our halves pairing. And I mean, guess who else better to hear it from than, you know, Fainu's brother himself, Samuela. So let's see what he has to say as well.
Latu gets a chance to partner with Romy in the halves. How excited is he for that?
He's super excited. Me or him?
Him.
He's super excited. The way he's been walking around at home this week, I really love seeing that.
Yeah.
I love that. The fact that, you know, yeah, he's super excited. Samuel, I can see that as well. He knows that things are just starting to click. And to me, that is super exciting. I love that we have brothers. We have the May brothers now. We have the Fainu brothers. We have the Laui brothers. Like, we just have brothers. We have that brotherhood, that chemistry that you cannot make anywhere else. And to me, that is super exciting. So I'm so pumped to see him come out and give him his all. But now we have to hear from Heath Mason, because definitely the talk of the town this week has been obviously Jerome Bula out, Heath Mason in, and I know a lot of Tigers fans haven't been super pumped on his performances the last few games, but for myself personally, he's young, man. He's only just starting to play first grade footy. Like, we have to cut him a little bit of slack. He's come out, he's put some serious footy plays on. He's tackled well for the most part. He knows how to run, and more importantly, he has the heart and loyalty and the dedication to this team that we need, right? So I'm so pumped to see him play this week at fullback. It's his natural position from the last few years, so I'm excited to see him, you know, run those big open spaces off those kicks, those big deep takes, but also just to run that back line as well and see how he meshes with Latu in at number 7 and Jerome in at number 6. That to me is going to be something to watch. So let's see what he has to say, and we'll go from there.
Signed here. What were the main reasons that made you want to extend your stay here?
I've just been given the opportunity by Benji and the club to, you know, go out there and play NRL for the Tigers, and I'm just happy to stay around here. Keep developing as a player. Still got like plenty to work on, and I feel like this is the best place for me to keep my journey going, and I'm just happy to re-sign and grateful for the opportunity.
There's plenty of talent in the halves and the fullback here. Were you ever tempted to look somewhere else for a bit of game time?
No, I think with the talent, obviously got Romy, Latu and Remy there, so, and obviously Benji, the coach, so just to learn off those guys, and I'm obviously still young, so if I can learn off them and keep developing my game, it's going to, you know, set me up for the long term, and be able to develop more as a player, and long term I'll be better for it, so no, I was happy to do that.
he has that all down pat. The fact that they asked, hey, were you interested in looking somewhere else? Especially with all the stuff with Talon the Silver going on, he straight up said, no, this is where I want to be, but more importantly, this is where I need to be, right? I think if he's learned anything from this past few months with the West Tigers is, hey, you don't want to be on the bad side of the West Tigers, because at the end of the day, they're going to let you do what's best for you, but at the same time, we have, we got Benji Marshall, we have some of the best players, Jarome Luai, Samuela Fainu, like, we have people in this club that know how to play footy, but more importantly, know how to navigate a career in footy. So that, I think he is super, super smart, and so hats off to him for being like, no, this is where I want to be, and I'm going to keep pressing in and keep learning as much as I can and absorbing as much as I can, because honestly, in the long run, that's going to do him a lot more favors than taking and maybe a little bit more money somewhere else, and maybe playing a few games here and there, but most likely probably starting off in cup. And so the fact that he's already getting first grade experience now, and he's learning, and he's been extended. Benji, Richo, everyone sees something in him, like I see as well, and I know a lot of you fans see as well. So super pumped for him to come out and play number one. I think he's going to do great. I really do. I think he's going to feel comfortable. He's going to feel laid back. He's going to just find that rhythm. He's kind of out. He's not on his own, but I feel like being a fullback, you've got time to do your own thing, right? When you're in a half, you are steering the ship. A fullback, you get those deep kicks. You have the option to run it, to try and make a break, to pass it, all of that. And the way that we saw him playing in the halves was exceptional. But there was a few things I was like, yep, that's the fullback. The way he would step, the way that he would run left to right and wouldn't straighten up, which is not a bad thing. I just think he needed to hone that in for the fullback. And so this, I think he's going to shine. And I would not be surprised if we see a try and a try assist from him coming up this game. So super, super pumped. Make sure you welcome him into this squad this week, guys, in the comments below. On to our last contender, our last victim, if you will, is Tony Sukkar. We got a lot to talk about with our forward pack, and the reason why is we are leading offloads, I believe, in the NRL. Especially when it comes to Manly Sea Eagles, like, we are leading big time. They have not had near as many as we have. I mean, we saw a ton of offloads earlier on in the season, but that's something that's keeps happening. And the reason why is we are dedicated to second phase plays, and we have guys like Jarome, Samuela and Fainu, Alex Twal, like all of these guys, and now Tony Sukkar, that are committed to making that happen as well. So I'm super, super pumped to see how we can make second phase plays a huge, huge part of our game this week, because I believe if we can do that, we can do anything. And so it's kind of like the perfect storm. Everything's coming together, guys. Are you feeling and seeing this like I am? We have our half pairing coming together. We have Heath Mason, a perfect fullback substitute, stepping in for Jerome Bula as he's out, unfortunately. And then we have our great back line, our spine, but more importantly, we have our forward pack. We have the guys that are going to punch hard and run through that defensive line time after time, but more importantly, stopping that attacking line on their end, right? Defensively, we are brick walls. We got big bodies. Even on our wings and centers, there are big bodies that know how to stop these footy players. And so, Manly like to run their outside edges. They like to run up the middle. They like to use the whole team, and especially kicking. So we've got speed, we've got depth, but more importantly, we've got those big bodies. So I'm really, really pumped. If we could get our defensive game down pat, defense will win this game, attack will not. Yes, we'll get points off attack, but we'll see so much more coming off our defense that will be worth it, in my opinion. So let's see what Tony has to say.
Back on the bench this week, what's the message that Benji's giving you ahead of this week?
Like I said before, just to be ready for whatever comes. He's given me a job to do, and I think his faith in me is what I have to repay to him. So it's important that I go out there and just do a job for the boys.
As someone who's starting their career and trying to find their way in first grade, what are some of the messages that Benji has given you just to kind of help you in that journey?
I think one of the biggest things he said to me is just to go out there, make my first run, my best run, my first tackle, my best tackle, and just to play with intent and aggression. And when I do that, that's when I play my best. So
it's been a...
Yeah, absolutely. Making that first run your best run, your first tackle, your best tackle, and playing with the 10 every single play. That is the key. We know that this season, especially, we've struggled to get the rhythm, the momentum, the tone, and the pace going off the bat. Second halves are normally being really, really solid once we get into rhythm. Once Jarome Luai steps up and be like, hey, time to freaking work, time to freaking play, let's do this. And now we have Latu Fainu in, someone who is learning how to be led, someone who's a sponge and learning how to be the best quality halfback there is. Like, I'm super excited to see this game with Jarome Luai in at 6 as well, but more importantly, Tony Sukkar, that mentality coming out and setting the rhythm. If we can get that across the whole team, I guarantee you Benji's saying that to every single player, because he knows that, hey, if we can get our rhythm and pace right off the get-go, we will be unstoppable. NRL will not look at us the same. We will no longer be the laughing stock of the NRL. Players will be wanting to transfer here. Fans will be flocking from every other bloody team to be a West Tigers supporter, because we are and will be building something amazing that people want to be a part of. And so I am so bloody pumped. And with that, we're going to wrap it up there today for today's episode. How are you feeling? Are you as pumped up as I am? I am all freaking ears. I want to know how you're feeling, good, bad, or ugly. Who do you think's got the first try? How are you feeling about our new half combo? But, also how are you feeling about Heath Mason in at 1? I'm so pumped you're here and part of this community. If you guys want to know more about, NRL Deep Dive, make sure you join our Discord. And if you want to be part of that, it's just another place for all of us to hang out. We do we try to do monthly Zoom meetings all together. And then if you want to support the channel even further, more than a like, subscribe, and a review, you can more than welcome to join the membership program. That directly helps the channel, helps myself out, helps the algorithm out, and just helps let me know that you guys love the content and want more of this West Tigers positivity. But more importantly, you guys need to take care of yourself. You take care of each other, and I am so pumped to take on the Manly Sea Eagles with the best supporters in the bloody world, with the best team in the world. And so without further ado, thanks for tuning into NRL Deep Dive today. You guys take it easy, and I will see you in the next episode.